This is Kingpen Slim. I want to send a shout out to Jukebox DC. Been supporting me from day one. Still supporting me. Appreciate y'all. Go get that life after doubt.
I'm the type to hit the strip club and know the dances. You the type to lead a strip club and know the dances. Hated on by niggas that's doing better than me, cause no matter what, I am what they never could be. Real. I heard I got a few haters in the city. It's cool, but I love to see the city in alliance. Looking pretty over all the pity and defiance. We can all dance to the violence of violence. Still can't sleep through the sirens and silence. Smoking for the dead, I vaporize a hearse. Had to write a copy cause they plagiarized the verse. I be in the latest fashion, they arriving first. We be gliding with the Eagles knowing they provide a perch.
You know what? I was so ready to. I had a full clip. It took like a turn. Cause you saw the interview, like we just started like having like basically a conversation on air. And maybe we both just kind of forgot about it. I was ready though. I had some crazy balls for him. I was definitely gonna let him go. It was definitely here. And it's gotten to the point where, like, for a native Washingtonian to stay a native Washingtonian, you really gotta be on top of your game. Cost of living being sky high, they gave the city to the wolves. You know, even though the city that was probably run by wolves at first, and they came for the city, they came back for it. They came back for it. Mayor Williams started it, and it just hasn't stopped since. I just was on Columbia Road, driving past, saw the new condos, right there, right on Columbia, 17th, and I'm looking, and I'm like, I remember this is the thrift store. The whole Northwest is gone. We have nothing. Well, it was a broader meaning to it. Essentially, most people go through a situation where they're doubting themselves, and I was going through that, you know, artistically. I had hopped around and did a few different things. Fuck love, tried a few trap records, tried to get a little bit out of my element, kind of go with what was going on. It didn't really connect like I wanted it to. And so, you know, I had that self-reflection of doing the music that I really wanted to do in the climate that we're living in now, right? Because, you know, I was coming with some hip-hop, I was coming with some stories and some concepts, so that held that album back. I had that album concept and idea 2-3 years ago, and ended up dropping other things to kind of fill in the gaps. I wasn't fully confident in the climate. I was confident in the music, but I wasn't really confident in the climate.
Okay.
So I just kept improving the album, because also, like you said, naming it Life After Doubt, with the reasonable doubt and the life after death connotation, it was like the pressure, you know what I mean? To make something that could hold up,
right,
or at least people could take seriously enough to say, I see why he named his project that, because it's a very lofty thing to say that, you know? So, getting over your doubt, getting over your fears, getting over my doubt, my fears, and then combined with the element of life after death, the reasonable doubt, that era, me being a young boy, first getting introduced to hip hop, seeing it, and it was just a whole correlation. I was just talking about recently, like, I definitely was in that time, all the way locked in and dialed in. I just feel like I got a little bit off. You know, most artists do that. You know what I mean? Your little experimental phase. You kind of get away from the actual core of what it is that's going on. So that's it. I wanted to get back to it. People weren't really giving us that from the town, from the area. So I felt like it was a void.
Okay.
All my homies wanted to hear it.
Look, after Walter Scott took off the run, after Zimmerman auctioned off the gun, after Sandra Bland took a beating, the whole town showed up like a town hall meeting. Had a lot of questions. They ain't give us answers, like they ain't give us AIDS, like they ain't give us cancer. If you wanna be a king in the Game of Thrones, gotta be less Ramsey, more Sanson. Takes two to tango. The devil wanna dance, gotta keep God first, hope you live the second dances. First impressions might lead to second chances. We ain't impressed, they ain't nothing new in New Hampshire.
And wanted to talk about that too. That was a new element I hadn't really been too keen on some of the social issues in a while. So that was my take on the state of affairs in America right now, being a black man.
Lollipop, sucker for the lollipop. Piece of rock, she plucking with the molly rock. I'm trying to beat this the beat that make your body rock. Glock, that's the heat that make your body rock.
No. It was just for this particular thought. You know what I mean? Just thought I wanted to just kind of strip it down and we can make it really, really, really raw. Okay. You know? And I want to see what we catch from that. I feel like this record's on there that can catch in their own way, a different type of connection, not necessarily like the radio record per se. So we want to see what's going on. But I'm about to do the deluxe as well. So yeah, man, add 2 records to it and give it out to all digital retailers. You know, we really talk and we really spend time together, so he really understands the issues and what it is I'm trying to do. So we kind of really go into records, approaching it from scratch, really. That's why you hear a lot of them records coming out like that. They were really thought about, well planned, well executed. Real specific, it wasn't a lot of random stuff. I'll come through his crib, he'll approach me with an idea, I'll expand upon that idea, you know what I mean? And the same way for him, like he'll come through my house, I'll be like, this is my idea, and then we'll go from there, you know what I mean? And then it's like, once you got a foundation of records, like your little 4 or 5 joints, and you like, nah, this is, I can center something around this, and that's what you get to take. I mean, people make their music differently. A lot of people are making joints, you know what I mean? They're trying to make one joint, they don't, you know, so they're not even really seeing past to the process of what I'm actually doing, which is making a project, capturing in a moment and in time. Like, that's not something that you can then just pick a random beat on the internet and do. Yeah, I mean, but I want to work with, you know, I don't have a problem working with anybody else. It's just that a lot of times with my guys, the guys that I've been working with, because I have a relationship with them, we can get a little bit deeper into the music process. I'm down to work with other people. I talk to other people about working, but for the most part, because I already had that relationship with them, it seems like I can get a better product in that way. It has progressed forward in a lot of ways, I think, because there's a lot more people doing it. There's a lot more artists, there's a lot more guys that get their own cult followings, they out here putting in work. But I also think that you're not hearing as much of the other side. You know what I mean? Like, you're hearing a whole lot of this one perspective of what DC is. Maybe a really young DC right now. But there's a whole lot of sides to it. And there's a side that's being underrepresented.
I can see that.
Underdeveloped, if you will. I mean, so, you know, we gotta focus on everything, you know what I mean, to show DC what DC is all in capsule.
I ain't make the school hoop team, but later on I made the news. Used to play go-go in my hood. It's ironic how a little later on I would play the blues. Uncle used to have it wait. Mama went home when she had a date. Dice games in my hood on a Saturday. Hadn't met him yet, I wonder what my daddy say. Had to learn to be a man, raised round ad dogs, living like they Peter Pan. Growing up too soon, 1 year, new 6 niggas died through June. It's a miracle I made it, man. They were busting when I go to see my favorite band. We were hulling, they were jumping out the latest band. Don't want your name on the wall when it's spray the can.
Because let me ask you this, if you was not from DC and you were being introduced to DC through hip hop, what would be your perspective of DC?
Oh, cool.
I'm not from DC.
Okay. Right.
And I mean, at the time when I was being introduced to it, it was people like yourself and Metro and Uptown XO.
Right.
So sort of new, younger generation, older generation,
Absolutely.
combining, but it was multifaceted in that you had, I mean, your Fat Strauss and your Shaq Woodzies who can rap, but they do the trap thing more.
Yeah.
So, and you have Kingpen Slim, Uptown XO, whatever, Rod MC. So
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like you got a mix of that. So.
No, no crazy.
Yeah.
I just think right now, you know what though, but it's a lot of artists, and I don't know all the artists.
Yeah. obviously, you know, he doesn't sound like that so much. He's got an
No, he doesn't. He has his own style and his own approach, and there are a lot of people like that. And I'm just saying, what's predominantly given the light? What's predominant? You know, what is the predominant sound? What is the sound that's getting the most attention from the town at this time? It's all types of dope shit. You know what I'm saying? I just want us to be able to show everything that we got, all the facets. You know, the hip hop, the trap rap. You feel what I mean? The hipsters, the street lyrical rap.
Well,
I want everything to come across. Yeah, I'm active. You know what I mean? I'm on Life After Doubt now, so obviously we're gonna be running with that. But I'm active. I'm gonna be dropping music. I'm going to the studio when we leave here. Be honest. I tell you to be honest. Okay. If you're honest, it's gonna work.
Cold-blooded from getting the cold shoulder. I'm handing out the black roses that I rose over. Show for my haters, the pistols, the promoter. I paid a deal to sing at your wake, the show's over. Everybody fronted, tried to turn their back on me. Labels blew hot smoke like they burned a pack on me. My life is a movie, my friends were acting actually. Learning life's lessons from the motherfucking faculty. God rapping with me.